Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Ahmed Khalifa and I am the marketing manager of WP Security, where I handle everything related to marketing. And I want to share some tips and advice on our experience of going through this pandemic that we're going through right now, and how it is affecting us, and how we can share some of our own stories with you and how you can overcome them. And hopefully it will help you to get through this difficult situation that we're all going through right now. For us at WP Security, we're very lucky that it hasn't affected our working lifestyle at all. And that is because we work remotely and we have been doing that since the beginning, which means that we have found a way to make it work for us. Now, of course, our personal lives have changed and we have to adjust and adapt for that. And maybe you have people around you and you have children at home more often, which makes it difficult, but we still make it work because we have been doing it for a long time. So let me share some tips and advice of what you could do and how you can make the most out of working from home. One of the most important things that I suggest that you do is to have a routine and to make it as human and interactive as possible. And what I mean by that is it's different working from home, remote working, compared to an office. So every day we like to, at the beginning of a day, to have a conversation, and then at the end of the day recap what went on. So in the beginning we talk about what we're going to do, and also have casual conversation. How are you doing? How is the family? Just to get to know each other, to build good rapport with each other, to get comfortable, and that will eventually create a good working culture. Even though it's a remote working culture, it still creates a good atmosphere and connection with everyone, which is very important when you can't do that face to face. So we do have video calls beginning of the day and at the end of the day. But even then, we still make sure that we are available when we need to. If we need to jump in a quick call or have calls in the middle of the day, that's also possible as well. So it's quite important for us to have like a open door policy to make sure that we are available for a chat, whether it's about personal stuff or something about the job that we have, the project that we have as well. In order for you to perform at your best, there are certain things that I think it's important for everyone to follow, but at the same time, you can adjust it to make it work for you. I've mentioned having a routine. It's very important. So keep doing that. You wake up at the same time as always, you have your shower, breakfast, same time as always, and you do your job. You have the allocated hours and you get to it. Keep doing the routines. But then there are other things that you should be aware of, like for example, make sure you have your own working space where you can work from. I'm not talking about having an office because we are not all able to do that. But even if you have in your bedroom a dedicated place that is for work, that makes a big difference because you know that place is for work. When you step away, you have managed to separate the difference between your personal space and your working space at home. So make sure you have a space dedicated for your work. And I'm not talking about your bed. It's better if you have a desk, table, chair, just like you do at work. It just makes it easier to work. You're more productive. You're not slouching and relaxed. You're more likely to be more productive at a desk. At the same time, one thing I would always suggest that you do is don't work in your pajamas. Not going to work like that, because again, that will affect you mentally. You feel very relaxed. You feel maybe too comfortable with what you're wearing. I'm not suggesting you wear a suit and a tie. If that works for you, go for it. But even wearing things that you generally wear to work, that works as well. Even something simple like jeans, t-shirt, sweatshirt, and you have that, that works as well. Just don't wear your pajamas. It's just not going to work. It's also important to make sure you have regular breaks. Make sure you step outside the house, take some fresh air, go for walks, do your gardening, anything like that, because it's so easy to sit in front of a screen all day. And I'm not just talking about the computer, but even your phone, your TV, and maybe other devices that you have. It's so easy to stare at screens all day until you go to bed, and that's not ideal. So step away where you can, get some fresh air, and make sure you refresh your brain, because then you will find that when you get back to work, even if it's 10-minute break, you will find that you're more productive, you're more refreshed, you're more energetic and ready to go. Because if you stare at the screen for hours and hours on end, you will find that your productivity may dip as well. And I don't want you to stress about whether you have to report all the time or whether you are doing the work or not, or making sure that you are delivering as much as possible and making sure that they are informed as much as possible. No. If you do your work, it will show. You don't have to report every single little thing. So do what you need to do and keep the communication line open, whether you use a chat platform or a video conferencing tool. Keep the communication open anyway, but you don't have to mention every single little thing unless maybe you want to or you have been told to do that. But generally, I don't suggest you do that. Save it until the end of the day and save that energy for doing the job, because this is the thing that we need to realize, that you're going to find what works for you. So there may be something I said that doesn't work for you, but adjust it, learn from it. What are you best at? When do you work the best at? What kind of environment do you work best at? Adjust it along the way and you will find that you will become very productive at home as well as you do outside at work or office, anything like that. So find out what works for you, communicate, take on board all these tips, and we will get through this together. I know it's difficult, so hopefully I have shared some good tips for you and you can make use of that, and make sure you look after yourself and stay safe as well. Take care.